Knowing me, knowing you, there is nothing we can do. Knowing me, knowing you, there is nothing we can do. Knowing me, knowing you.
Aha! Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to this test pilot of a broadcast for Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge. You better believe it, there's new chat in town. Yeah, this is a pilot, which means it's a test show. In a sense, I am the test pilot, and you are my passengers, and the show is a talking jumbo jet. Let's hope I can master the controls for a smooth flight and a safe landing. And let's pray that none of my guests hijack the plane and kill the passengers one by one until their demands are met. So, fingers crossed, and prepare for chat takeoff. Thanks. Let's kick off by getting to know the resident house band, Glen Ponder and Chalet. Knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Glen Ponder. Aha.
Aha.
And knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Chalet. Aha.
Aha.
Thanks. Great to have you aboard, Glen.
It's great to be here.
Remember,
we're really looking forward to doing...
Sorry?
Sorry?
Yeah. It's all right, no, that's fine. Glen Ponder and Chalet. Well, in Chatty Town, it's a happy town full of interesting people, and this is where they like to meet, here in Chat Corner. Let's meet my first guest right now, after I've done her introduction now. In the olden days, we all knew what women were. They were either pretty little things with long flaxen hair who'd throw you a smile you'd hold in your heart, or they were ferocious bull dykes with fists like boulders who'd frighten your kids. Nowadays, it's not so simple. There are women who say, I want a career, but I also want children. I want men to show me respect, but I want to show them my cleavage. They call themselves post-feminist feminists. Don't ask me what that means. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Please welcome Patty Blake. Nice whiff of your perfume there. That smelt nice. Now, Patty, I've been down to say this. Patty, let's chatty.
Don't I get to say aha?
Knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Patty Blake. Aha.
Aha, I've been waiting to do that.
Well, you've done it now. Now, Patty, I love the outfit. The first thing I say, you look like a sort of a naughty schoolgirl, some of the St. Trinians or something like that.
Well, I promise I'll behave myself tonight, Alan.
All right, well, any misbehaving at Alan Partridge's School of Chat will be met with a very firm hand.
Oh, please, Mr. Partridge, don't give me the cane.
No, I will. I'll put you on my knee and give you 6 of the best. Right, where are we? Yes, now, Esquire magazine described you as the babe with balls. Is that true?
No, I've got breasts.
Yeah, well, you know, breasts and balls. Not literally, that would be hideous. But, you know, I mean, although there are places in Bangkok where you can find it.
Now, the reason I corrected you is that it just really annoys me, you know, this whole media thing that whenever a woman is assertive, the media describes her as having male attributes, you know, and it's just so sexist. It never happens the other way round. You never get some assertive male like, I don't know, Michael Portillo being described as the boy with breasts.
Well,
you know?
that's because he's not a boy and he doesn't have breasts.
No, but it's a comparable image.
Yeah, no, it's not an image I particularly like. I mean, he could be the future Prime Minister. I don't want to vote for a boy with breasts. You know, I mean...
No. I think you're being willfully literal here, you know. I mean, what I'm trying to do is just blow away a few cobwebs, you know.
Sorry, no, I understand. No, you're trying to shock. That's fine. That's why we booked you. But just to sort of cut through it here, if you do get too shocking, and I mean, it's fine, shock away if you wish, but if you get too shocking, I'll just hold my hand up and say, stop. And if I do that, if you can just pull back, that'd be great.
Fine. Isn't freedom of speech a marvellous thing?
Marvellous. You know, thank you. Now, before I talk about...
do you want a jelly baby?
No, I don't, thanks. By the way, if you don't eat these pears, they're wax. Now, before we talk about your photographic exhibition, you want to plug that later. Before we talk about that, I believe you have 3 tattoos which are in rather unorthodox places.
I've got 3. I love tattoos. I think they're very primitivistic and tribal, and I find them very spiritually invigorating.
They're trendy. Carry on.
So I've got one tattoo on my shoulder, which is of Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I've got one that you can just make out here, probably, which is my lucky lizard, I call it.
Can we see this? Can we get that? Look at that,
That's
eh?
my favourite
I wouldn't
one.
mind swapping places with a lucky lizard. Look at that. Where does the tail go, we ask?
Well, I mean, it carries on for about another 1.5 inches down there. And...
Yeah. Well, where does it go?
Well, it just curls around my nipple.
Stop.
And then my third tattoo is a cherry
Stop.
on my...
Stop. Now, in the early 80s, you were known as the pretty face of pop. Now, that's all changed as the years have progressed. Your face has reduced, and you've developed these other interests, the journalistic career, the photographic stuff. You've developed this whole serious woman thing.
That is so insulting. That whole question is so insulting. I mean, what does this serious woman thing mean?
Well, that's a compliment. I mean...
But, you know, it is possible to be a serious woman and to have a pretty face. I mean, granted, I'm not sweet 16 and never been kissed, you know.
No, I know, you're 34, and imagine you've been kissed quite a bit. Now, let's tell me about the exhibition, because that's what you're here for. Tell me about the exhibition.
Well, the exhibition is called Barefaced Chic, and it's really a series of photographs of men's naked bums. That's the bottom line, if you'll excuse the pun. The reason behind it is that women find men's bums very sexy, don't they, girls? I mean, come on, you know, they're very sexy things. So that's really... Well, mine is, you know, my guy.
Say that
So
again.
really what I've done is taken a whole lot of celebrity photographs. They're all my friends. And they're lovely kind of glorious Technicolor close-up photos of naked men's bums. And underneath there's a celebrity's name. But it's only the first name, which I
Right.
think is a bit more exciting, because that way you know it's a famous person, but you don't quite know who. You know?
All
So
right.
it just gives it a bit of...
I
We've got a few
think
to
I've
have a look
grasped
at.
that. Let's
have a look at a
Let's have a
couple
look at some of the pictures.
Right, that's one. This is Peter. So you look at it, it's very sexy, you know he's a celebrity, and you say, well, who is it? Is it Peter Purvis?
Or Peter Sissons.
Exactly. Could be either, you know.
Right, let's see another.
That's
Right, Jeremy. Right, so that's Jeremy Irons or Jeremy Paxman.
That's right. It's actually Paxman there.
Really? That's surprising, because you'd imagine it would be Irons. He tends to get it out quite a lot.
That's right. Next one.
Let's see another.
I love
Melvin.
that
It's quite obvious who that is, really, isn't
one.
it?
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's Melvin Hayes, the actor.
No, you were right first
Right,
time.
OK. Let's see another.
Oh, I love that. Now, look at that little touch of camouflage. That's just
Yeah.
so militaristic. You know,
Yeah.
it has to be Michael Heseltine or, you know...
Or Portillo.
Exactly. One or the other, really.
Right. Let's see one more.
I think we've got one more, haven't we? Yes, Bernard.
Right.
Again, is it Cribbins?
Is it Levin?
Who knows?
It's a
for you to
difficult
guess.
one, that.
It is. But that's the fun of the exhibition. It's kind of a party game in a way. And really what I'm saying, there is a serious point, I guess, and what I'm saying is, hey, guys, get hip to your bums, you know, because they're sexy things. And, I mean, when was the last time you saw your bum, Alan?
Well, I don't make an appointment with it.
Well, you should. You really should. You should give it a name. Write it a
what?
letter, you know, get to know it. You should get to know your little bum. It's cute.
Do that.
When was the last time you saw it?
God, I don't know, in a hotel. Oh, yes, in a hotel near Clifton Suspension Bridge. Yeah, I remember I came out of the bathroom and I was picking up a sock. It was quite strange. And the bathroom door swung open, it had a mirror on it, and the reflection in the dressing room mirror, it sort of... Basically, I came face to face with my own backside, so I thought it was someone else's. You know, it was quite frightening.
Now, that's interesting, you see, that you say it's frightening, because so many men are frightened by their own sexuality, and in a way, that's the point of my exhibition. It's all about sexual politics.
Well, you, Patty Blake, say it's about sexual politics. I, Alan Partridge, say it's about arses. Your bums are porn, are they not?
Absolutely.
Well, you say that... Oh, you agree with me? Right, well, OK, what's the difference between me, Alan Partridge, or anyone? What's the difference between me buying a pornographic magazine, hiding it in the cistern of a lavatory, putting it in a polythene bag to keep the water out, and then returning to it later, and your exhibition?
There is no difference. It's all the same thing, you know, whether it's stroke mags or whether it's sleazy strip joints in Soho.
They're a rip-off. Carry on.
Or my exhibition. It's all the same thing, you know, and it's fine. I think it's great. Go with it.
OK, you've seen a lot of men's bottoms. Who's your favourite?
Oh, my boyfriend, Sean, of course.
Right, now, it's interesting you bring that because your boyfriend is 18 years old. Mm-hmm. You're 34. You're twice his age.
So what's the big deal? I mean, I don't think there's anything...
Weird?
It's not weird at all. No, he's an adult, you know, all his plumbing's in working order. He knows how to hoist his rig, if you know what I mean.
Hoist his rig?
Yeah, why is it a problem? I don't understand why the media is so fascinated by this. If I was a man and I had a girlfriend who was half my age, it just wouldn't be a big deal, you know?
Well, that's
and
different.
it's much more... I mean, I know...
It's different. Look, I've got a son, Fernando.
No, listen to me. Wait a minute. I know for a fact that you are attracted by schoolgirls, right? Because of the comment you made about my gear, right? That's why this whole kind of stuff is fashionable. So so don't tell me that if a 17-year-old girl came up to you and said, don't tell me you wouldn't go for it.
I'm a married man.
All right, fine. But hypothetically, let's say there was a beautiful 17-year-old girl, OK? Beautiful, fresh-faced, long hair down to her waist, and she loved you, she laughed at your jokes, she worshipped the ground you walked on. Let's say that she got in touch with you and said, Alan, all I want to do with my life is run barefoot along the sand with you.
God.
And go everywhere you go. And drive along the Champs-Elysees in an open-topped sports car with you and do everything with you. I want to kind of spend my summers with you and my winters with you. I want to make love to you curled up on a sheepskin rug in front of an open fire. That's what I want to do with my life.
Come on, stop.
Don't tell me that you'd say no, because I do not believe it.
All right. If, God forbid, my wife Carol died, or in some way we're incapacitated, then yes, I would, in those extreme circumstances, take in a 17-year-old girl as a lodger for companionship and household chores.
Horse shit, you'd want to shag her.
Come on, hey, come on.
That's what you'd want to do, and it's the same thing with me and Sean.
No, it's not. Listen. I have a son, Fernando.
You said.
He's at Cambridge University. That's not important. He has a girlfriend the same age. Her father's a solicitor. It makes sense.
Look, I'm happy for him, right? But the point is that I bet he fantasises about older women. And if he wants to come home one day with a 33-year-old woman or a 63-year-old woman...
63?
What's the big deal?
Oh,
63-year-old women are very sexy.
Come on. If he came home with a 63-year-old woman, arm in arm, and she'd ensnared him in her wrinkled web of smut, she would feel the sharp end of my hand.
You're saying you'd hit her?
No, I would push her firmly.
Oh, fine. So, this is interesting. So, it's OK to hit women.
To push them firmly.
To push firmly women, but it's not OK to go out with somebody half your age if you're a woman. I mean, this just sums up all the hypocrisies in the media, you know? There are so many taboos that just need to be brought out into the open, you know? So, I mean, things like this. This is something that is in almost every home in Britain. When do you see one on television? You never see adverts.
Oh, my God, it's a dildo!
Yes, it
Put it away!
What's the big deal
Put it
about
away!
that? Don't break it. Alan, don't break it.
Please put it away.
What's the big
My
deal
name is
about...
Alan Partridge. It is not Alan Summers.
Look, it's...
Put it away.
Don't tell tell
look.
me that you haven't got one of these at home. Your wife, Carol,
No,
I
she
bet
doesn't.
has-
I've looked. No,
So
no.
just
Put it away. Look.
I will put it away, but I'm just saying...
You've lost me about 2 million viewers.
I don't
out
think
there.
so.
Yes, there are remote controls pinging all over England because of that. I should have said stop. Stop! Too late now.
Do you want to see my third tattoo?
No, I don't. Patty Blake, thank you very much.